Okay guys, in this video we are going to draw 4 lines, but we're gonna have to figure it out how we're gonna draw it. What's the most convenient way to draw one of these lines? Okay, so first I'm gonna start with the ones that are easy. So remember that anytime there is an equation y equals something, that's a horizontal line. So why is that? Because y is responsible for moving where? Up or down. So if your y is always -3, no matter what, you're not moving up or down, meaning you are horizontal. So y equals -3 is a horizontal line. All you have to do is really just pick any 2 points so that the y is -3 and x could be anything. So that would be a horizontal line. Now, this one is x equals 5. So here, the x coordinate is fixed, meaning that you're not going right or left, okay? Which means that you're going to be going only up and down. So this is a vertical line at x equals 5. So here, you can pick any two y values, but x value has to be 5. All right, now let's take a look at the next example. So for example, this one. Now this one's called the standard form. So whenever they give you an equation in standard form, it is possible that what they want is for you to find the intercepts. And once you find the intercepts, you can graph your line. So how do we do that? So let's take a look. So we've got an equation, 2x minus 3y equals 6. Okay, and let's say we want the intercepts. So this is going to be the x-intercept first. This is where the graph of this line intersects with the x-axis. Now, for the x-intercept, you need to remember that the other coordinate, so if it's x-intercept, is the other coordinate, which is y, is equal to 0. Okay, and then for the y-intercept, this is going to be the opposite. So whenever it's y-intercept, x equals 0 and y is something else. Okay, so to find the x-intercept, you have to plug in y equals 0 into your equation. So instead of this right here, you're going to plug 0. And what's going to happen when 0 is multiplied by 3? Well, 0 times any number is 0. So what you get is 2x equals 6. Now, to solve this for x, remember that the operation that we call the default operation is multiplication. So to undo the multiplication, we're going to divide both sides by 2. Okay, and so now this is going to cancel, and 6 divided by 2 is 3. So that's going to give you x equals 3. So the x-intercept is going to be 3. Now, how about the y-intercept? So for the y-intercept, you want your x to be 0, right? So you're going to substitute x equals 0 in here, and 2 times 0 will be 0, right? Because 2 times any number, 0 times any number is 0. And so then what you're going to get is -3y equals to 6. So how do you solve that? Well, you're going to divide both sides by -3, just like we divided by 2 over here, right? And so what does that do? Well, -3 and -3 is going to cancel, and 6 divided by -3 is -2. So that's going to be your other intercept. Okay, so we have for the x, we got 3, 0, so we're going to pick that. And for the y, is going to be -2, right? That's where the y-intercept is going to be. So we graph this line. All right, let me just submit it just to make sure. Did I get that right? Yeah. Okay, the last example is this one right here. So for this example, the first thing we're going to identify is what is our y-intercept. So our y-intercept is going to be when x equals 0. So if we plug 0 over here for x, what is that going to do? Well, 0 times any number is 0. And then we're just going to have a +1, which is 1. So 0, 1 is going to be your y-intercept. So 0, 1, that's going to be over here. Now, the slope, right? The slope is going to be this number right here. And remember, the slope is your rise over run. So your rise is -1 and your run is 2. So that means that you're going to actually go down by 1 and 2 to the right. Okay, so let's do that. So we start at 0, 1. We're going to go down by 1 and 2 to the right. And that's going to be the last equation there.